Welcome, everybody, to the Room 250 podcast, where creatives get together, have a conversation, and hopefully inspire current and future designers to crush their creative goals. I'm one of three hosts, Arturo Pete Peralta. I'm joined by my two best friends, Martin Erosoy Bautista and David Patrick Sly, aka Sly. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, follow us on our socials at Instagram at Room 250, on our TikTok at Room 250 Podcast. And if you're watching here on YouTube, also listen to us on Spotify. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate every single one of you, all the streams, all the views, all the follows. It's small, we're growing, but we appreciate everything, every single one of you. We're doing this for fun, and just seeing that growth in our channel happening, like, it's really motivating, inspiring, and we can't wait to just continue to do this and share educational content with you guys. So again, thank you very much. But before we start everything, Sly, what we drinking?
Yes, I was gonna say, let's end the season, celebrate all of the shots that we've done with a final shot to start the episode.
Boom.
So I see you guys already have yours.
Mine's
Yeah, I don't really shoot Frey Ranch, but I'm gonna go ahead and.
You know what? I think that Sly was the only one that didn't get like fucked up on this.
Whoa. I'm not looking to get fucked up tonight, all right? Five more shots.
That's the old school Sly.
Right. Cheers,
cheers, gentlemen, to a good season.
Cheers. Clink for the ASMR.
Oh God. It never gets easier.
So besides the shots that we've taken, what is everybody drinking? I'm gonna start with a Clásico Modelo.
I am gonna go ahead and finish off my Frey Ranch.
Okay. So now that you're finishing it off, you're gonna get something different?
You know what? I plan to go to Total Wine, or there's actually a new liquor store that opened up at my house, and I think I'm just gonna pick 3 bottles and just run with it. Or I might switch it to wine. I might switch it to beer. I don't know. To be honest. Some wine. Yeah, I enjoy some wine. You know, any of our followers
from your kids.
Any of our followers, you know, if you want to suggest anything, definitely open to whiskey, some vodka, some tequila, but brandy. I'm definitely open to brandy. You know what? I might get some brandy. Anyways,
mezcal.
Not me.
Martin?
That ain't me. That's Martin.
Martin, what are you drinking?
I have a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey.
Show that bottle off. What is it? Nice.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Where'd
remember
you get
that at your house. Yeah.
You get that
I don't
at
know,
Costco?
my wife got it. Yeah, I think probably Costco.
No, Trader Joe's. It says it right there. I'm like, Costco.
Good eye.
There's a Trader.
I was like, where's
Trader
this
Joe's.
from? I was looking for it. I was like, yeah, Trader Joe's.
How's it?
Nice.
It's pretty good. Pretty smooth. It's not super like hard, you know how whiskey is.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I'm gonna
Goes
try
down
not to drink
smooth.
a lot though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So yeah, on tonight's episode, we are closing out the season. We're doing 10 episodes for our very first season for our trial, and then going to regroup.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Going to regroup and go over notes, and within ourselves figure out how we can improve the show, how we can make these things better, and figure out our guest for the upcoming season. But we plan to do about 10 episodes per season. All 3 of us have full-time jobs. We have family and everything. So we're blessed to do this on our limited time that we have. But again, we appreciate every single one of you that's listening, that's streaming, our friends, our family, strangers that will become friends. Because, as our channel grows, we'll definitely keep pushing this. And it's just fun. It's fun to have a drink with your friends and talk about creative stuff. So it's cool.
I mean, literally, like, honestly, to our viewers, like, all we're doing is we're hanging out with our best friends, and we're sharing that with you. Because the only way we can hang out, because we're just super busy individuals. My buddy Sly and Pete over here, they have kids, and they're great, dedicated parents, and I really like to see that, And I have a kid, but that motherfucker's like 21 already.
I just think it's it's just hard for us to find time in our lives, with our family and our work and
and
just our
businesses
own
that
personal side.
that we're running, and
Yeah.
it's definitely tough, but
I love that.
Before
I love
we,
that I get to sit down and do this podcast with you guys. I just wanted to say that, this podcast has, not only inspired me with design, but like I love to talk to my friends, and this has been really great. So this first season, I love it, and I can't wait to do many more.
Dude, I can tell how creative you've been, like your spark, because all the thumbnails that you've been doing for our channel, the little graffiti stuff that you're doing. I'm like, I need to go in there too, man, because some of the stuff like I want to do, So
dude, the Roberto one I'm working on.
I gotta freshen up on that. So, but so in the Art Institute, and I'm sure it's like this in other art schools. You have a class called Capstone, and in Capstone, you are the whole object of the subject, I guess, of the class is that you create an entire campaign branding kit for a client. You actually jump on the phone with them, you interview them, you ask them what they're looking for, and it's your job to build out that entire campaign. It's like logos and stationaries, apparel, website mock-ups, what else, guys?
Everything for the client from the start to the finish, and then at the end you're presenting everything that you've come in contact with. All of your sketches, you're back and forth with the client. Did the client like it? Did they not like it? Did you have to go in a different direction? The collateral that you wanted to make, was it good? Did they like it? Did they want to use something else? Then you put all of that into a presentation, and not only would you present it to your client, but now you're presenting it to your class. Like, hey, this is where we went. This is everything we did. And here's the pitch that you would potentially give that client. So,
yeah, exactly. So you're pretty much a one man or woman, I guess, just because
agency.
Agency
person
wrapped in one, right? So you're the production artist, you are the art director, you are the creative director, you are the marketing person, the trafficker of the entire process. Which, again, as someone in college, like, it gives you a small glimpse of how things can go in your career. Not many people will start off as an art director or a senior designer. More than likely, you'll be a production designer for at least the first year of your career, and you'll learn a lot of stuff. You get to handle, different files from different artists and how they do their shit, and you'll learn. And then as you grow, like, that gives you that kind of taste of just pitching to a client and putting everything together. But so we kind of want to, that's the way we want to run, and bear with us. Like, this is it's our season our season ender, and we're trying to figure out the format for this. But to kind of kick it off, what was the name of the company that bought AI?
Oh shit. I should know this.
So are we doing shots for the one, or drinks for the things that we can't name?
I mean, we could.
That shit was.
This is gonna be a short episode. Bro. This is gonna be a short episode.
That's a fucked up question, Pete. That
what is the name?
Hella long
of the company that bought the Art Institute.
The Evil Corporation. What was the Evil Corporation's name? Tell
Fannie
you
Mae.
what, though.
No.
Okay, Fannie Mae. We have Fannie Mae.
I know it's not Fannie Mae, but
you get one. You get one answer.
I forgot. Okay. Horrible memory, bro.
So, I don't know either.
I'll look it up.
But does anybody know?
Hold on, Martin. Hold on. But anyone that is listening to this, if you comment on our Instagram, let's say this. Let's see how this works. If you comment on our Instagram what that company name is, we'll figure out some kind of giveaway that we'll ship your way. Not sure what it is, but I'll figure something out. And we'll throw in some couple of stickers that Martin just printed out of his brand.
Yeah, I just want to show those off. I printed some stickers that Pete designed. Well, he designed the character, and then I added to it. Nothing big, but here is the.
Let's see him.
Erosoy.
It's my little Jaguar, bike riding. I just wanted to see what the quality was. The quality isn't that great. Like I put one in a water bottle and we went out to the lake and it got wet and it just disintegrated. But for a test run, it was only like $150 for like 1,000. I'm gonna give these out.
Yeah,
nice.
No, you should. You should. I mean, you should always.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yo, give us a follow, get a free sticker, yada yada, whatever. But
I know what it is.
It's a great test run.
I know what it is. I will, because I've been looking into this. But if you know the answer, drop it in our comments on our Instagram or here on YouTube. And when we get our hats done, you'll get a free hat, and I will send it out to you. So
first person,
the very first person,
first
only
person.
one. Let me say one person.
Which I might have a lead on those hats. By the way,
Rich,
I'm already working on the thing.
Okay, so then like I said, many things we're talking about off season that we want to regroup and do that stuff. All right, so now we kind of have the glance, kind of a little sneak peek of what I'm thinking. So,
so let
I
me
have something to share when I come back. But now, over to Martin.
All right, so there's a question for you guys. This is dope ass shirt that I'm wearing. Super
can't see.
We can't see it. We can't see it.
Microphone's in the way.
Super soft. I'm about to stand up so you guys can see.
Okay.
So, who is the designer that created the design for this shirt?
Can we see the
Orozco.
Can we see the back?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but I want to see the back first.
Whoa.
That's dope. That's Venom.
It's like a Venom dog. That canine company that he was talking about, right?
DEF CON.
So, like for me,
Hold
go ahead.
The reason I know that he has a certain style with his teeth on Venom that he's done that I recognized it immediately on the shirt.
Oh,
on the front of the shirt. Let's see the front again. Can you lean further into the camera?
Look at my titty.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Yeah, Orozco, if you're listening to this, there's certain things that I caught on that right away. I'm like,
so
I know who he's talking about. Plus, it's very common or easy to figure that out. But anyways,
so my thing is like I try to support our local artists as much as we can, and I was like, you know what? I always love supporting Robert. He's super dope, and I bought 2 shirts. The other one's this new design, which is fucking sick, bro. It's like that voodoo doll with the dog. I'm like, love it, dude. I love the blue colors. Yeah, check out his Instagram. It's pretty dope.
I need to look to see if he still has the Ninja Turtle t-shirts because I only bought one, and I would love to buy all of them if I could get each one in that color. Blue, red, orange, and purple.
I'll ask him, bro.
Violet.
Yeah.
I totally have those as my gym shirts. Like that's like arm day shirts. There's certain shirts that I wear like for arm day, and I'm just like, bam, look, buff ass Ninja Turtle. Cool. All right, so we have Martin's question. David Sly, anything you want to share, recap, or ask?
Yes. I was gonna share the shirt, but I'm on a new browser and I need permissions, which we ran into in our last episode.
So can you send me the link?
I'll
share
send it to you right now.
I was going to show you the on our chat here inside, or just
I'll share it on our chat here inside.
Okay, studio chat. Let's just go ahead and do that in our studio chat. Yeah,
there we go.
I don't see it.
It's right there.
Oh, there you go.
My question is,
what do you want me to share? Just a shirt?
Yeah, that's the blue shirt that Martin was talking about.
Okay, gotcha. 1 second.
With the voodoo.
So,
which is already sold out. That's how dope the shirt is.
Dude, I went in there because there was another one that I really wanted, but it was an older design. Gone. This stuff sells out like that. Like literally, bro. I bought it last Friday, or no, maybe like 2 weeks ago. They're large or a little tight. That or I'm just gotten fucking fat. But
you're fat, but
yeah, I would say that.
This is pretty dope. For those of you that are listening right now, we'll drop a link in our YouTube and for this episode, and go check it out. Obviously, whenever this comes back in stock, if you want to snatch it, go ahead. But they have some pretty dope stuff, definitely.
Dude,
I'm a big fan of like patches and stuff. That to me, and stickers like that to me is just badass. But yeah,
dude, he shared all the designs for that the voodoo doll, and all the designs he did, the sketches were fucking sick, and I could see them being printed because they're that good.
Nice.
You never know. Down the line, he could print them.
Yeah.
or
Very true.
the company could print them. My question is, when we were talking about our path to the Tropicana, what was one of the things that Pete was talking about when he was saying, if you have a lot of jobs, like a lot of career path, what would you do? How long would you stay?
What?
What?
Career path, jobs. You were talking about. Okay. My question now is, I'm gonna answer my own goddamn question.
No, don't answer it. Say it right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask the question one more time.
Okay, we were talking about the road to Trop, and Pete was talking about if you're an early designer, what's the advice you give to an early designer? Should they get a lot of jobs? Should they stay with one for a while? And how long is that time limit that they should stay there?
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't even know my
2
own
years. No, you said like you were saying in the context of like if you go to a new agency and the creative director sees that you have a bunch of different jobs, they should be like that's a good thing because when you're a young designer, you want to bounce around so you get different types of perspectives. I think
your first 2 years.
2 years, right?
Yeah, is that it? Your first 2 years. Yeah, your first 2 years. If you're bouncing around and you're trying to figure out what you're passionate about,
it doesn't matter.
It's okay. Yeah, a good hiring manager will oversee that because you're trying to figure out what your passion is. Because you could go to an advertising agency and hate it and go to gaming, or you go to a gaming company and hate it and go, be independent or be an agency and love it. So, yes. Boom. I remember what I said.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember what you said, Pete?
After we explained it to you, fool.
Whatever, dog. The edible's kicking in.
I can follow that question up with another one.
No, you already went.
No, you follow the Pete.
Okay.
All right. So one thing I did want to share for all of you that are watching, all three of us here went to Tropicana, and when a buddy of ours, he was what was he?
Sorry, he was just a young child.
He moved stuff. He's something with the union at Tropicana.
I think he's an
engineer. Okay, we'll just call him an engineer. But he had worked there for 27 years or something like that, right?
Yeah, he was a long time.
And he shared these pictures that he just went to check it out. This was yesterday. So if you're listening to this right now, it is September 5th.
Carpenter. I just looked it up. A journeyman carpenter. He was in the Carpenter.
Journeyman. Shout out to the journeyman, Las Vegas, but and everywhere. But he shared these pictures, right? And right here, again, if you're listening, check out our YouTube channel or search the video on Spotify. But this is right here at Las Vegas Boulevard, or my. Can you guys see my arrow? It's going left and right.
No. Oh yeah, we can barely see it. Yeah. So if you look to the left-hand side of the image, where the Luxor is,
on the far left here is the Luxor, right, and then the hotel. So parallel to that street that's going all the way up over here is New York. That is Las Vegas Strip, and then if you go the corner here of New York, going down the side here is Tropicana. Was it Avenue?
Yeah.
And right here, this very building that he's looking at, that used to be Building 1. That's the very first building where Valet was. And it's just destroyed. And actually between Tower 1, here is Tower 2. Right, so this is the other image. This is the back tower. This one was built afterwards. I forgot what year it was built. But there was a bridge connecting these two. And then you had the pool down here below. And it's just crazy looking at these images.
Fuck, it's crazy, bro. All the
where'd the water go? Where'd the water go, man?
Down the drain where they drained the pool.
I know.
Sewer.
That's kind of sad, bro. I'm gonna cry. I worked there twice in my life. I literally worked there when I was a teen and an adult.
The crazy thing too, we in this Tower 2 were the villas that were redone, or was that Tower 1?
I don't remember, man.
Either one.
No,
right?
I think it was Tower 1 because
you're right.
The ones
you could see the corner of the hotel or the strip.
Exactly. Yeah. The very nice ones were up top, and you could see the strip where New York was, or MGM.
Yeah, so the villas up there super nice, and to look at building one and see how destroyed it is, like damn, there was so much money on that floor. The
So much
paintings, the
history, bro.
carpet, yeah, the history too, of course. But yeah, him just sharing all these images. This back here, this rubble of rocks, that was the parking lot for you guys, not for me over here, but for you guys.
Yeah.
Nah, you motherfucker.
Seeing that. Back here's where like I remember correctly, this might be the rotunda area, maybe before the bridge. Around there, or where the restaurant used to be, that side entrance, probably where our office, right? Like
Yeah,
around
probably.
here. So
It's crazy. It looks so
that.
small, but you can see it's already like 5 stories up.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know where he's actually standing. I think he's standing at Oyo. But here's another angle, and then that's something else. But yeah, those are the images that he shared, and to me it was just kind of like, damn man, that's sad. Like so much history that was there, and it's just
That's Vegas for you.
And
bro.
for anybody wondering, we are trying to plan to go to the explosion as Room 250. The implosion, I should say, of the Tropicana. Maybe we'll make a little short there, a YouTube short there while we're there, if we can make it. But they are scheduling it for like
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
2:30 in the morning. We'll try to go live for sure. It just depends. That's,
I don't know, man.
We do
I'm
have
old.
kids as well.
And I'm old. I like going to bed like at 9 o'clock and shit.
The only one without kids is like, I'm not going to go. I'm old.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, maybe.
You should be there. You should be there.
Yeah, if anybody.
Shit. Anyways,
I'm in bed by 9:30.
9 o'clock. Hey, I know that our listeners.
I'm not going to go to sleep.
Yeah, I know our listeners are like, yeah. 9 o'clock, 2 o'clock, man.
Martin, what time do you eat dinner?
He's at 2:30.
Actually, now I gotta eat dinner before 7 because I'm trying not to snack after 7 o'clock because I'm a fat ass. Yeah. So.
All right, Martin, you're up.
Question. All right, cool.
Or statement. Pete just said a statement. He didn't have a question.
Oh, do we?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want, man. I'm just saying. There's no.
Who in this show has admitted to lying in their career?
Me. Dan.
And who else?
That's a trick question.
Dan McElhatton.
Okay. Who
I would say Dan, but I would say
there's 2 people.
I would say everybody probably has lied a little bit.
You just said 2 though.
I said admitted.
Oh, admitted.
Yeah.
I would say Dan and I think Roberto.
Pete and Dan. Dan lied to get out of a job because he was not happy there anymore. And then it turned out to not be a lie later on, but he still lied. Pete lied to the magician guy, saying he was better than me. No, he lied to and fuck you, Sly, you motherfucker. Oh damn, that hurt.
We all know that was a joke. Good one.
He lied to Anna. Anna, if you're listening to this, don't trust Pete. He's a fucking liar. He lied to you straight to your motherfucking face. And
he didn't know what he was doing.
He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Shit. Yeah, that's it. Cool.
I figured it out though, real quick.
Yeah. You telling that joke made me think about when we would be working at Trop, and I would crack jokes all the time, and Pete sometimes he wouldn't be in the mood, and he'd be like, "Yeah, make me laugh, funny man. Come on, make me laugh. Come on, clown, make me laugh."
Clown. Yeah, that's what I would
clown.
Because I'd always be joking
Hey,
around.
clown, make me laugh.
Do you remember that one time? Wait. Bro, you remember the
horse clown? You stupid clown.
Dude, Pete, one time you guys got free tickets to something and you guys didn't give it to Sly. He was so fucking butthurt. Oh, he was so fucking
That's
butthurt.
my question. No, I'm just kidding.
Tickets to
What was it, Sly? I forgot. Tell that story,
Okay,
bro. You're so
let me
mad.
tell the story real quick. I was having very bad couple of days, and then I was having a bad day that specific day as well, and I think you and Anna had gotten some tickets to Life is Beautiful, I think.
Yeah.
And you had asked me like, "Oh, what would you do if you got free tickets?" And I think I was going through something, and I don't remember what I said, but I said something that was not
I remember.
that was not appealing to you guys, and you decided, "Oh yeah, I guess we're not going to give them to Sly." And then I think, what was it, like a day or two? It was the week after you were like, we had free tickets and we were going to give it to you. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I was so mad. And it ruined that day.
I remember it was who did the tickets go to?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I can't remember who it was. No. I've never gone to Life is Beautiful. But I remember that.
I think Anna maybe gave it to her friend or something.
I think you're right. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
what did Sly say, bro?
It was one of those things of let's just ask people and see what their reaction is, because if they know, then they'll want to go, right? They'll take them no matter what. But if they don't know what's the prize, or there is a prize, then it's just whatever. You'll get an honest opinion out of it, right?
Yeah.
So because I've done that before with you guys, where I'll just say, hey, what are you doing? And if you don't respond, or you're like, oh, I'm busy, I'm like, well, I had tickets to the Knights game, I already have someone else with me, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Just to see, because it's also just kind of again, you'll get the most honest response from anyone, hey, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I'm remembering now, and I'm getting mad.
And I remember asking you,
Sly's a bitter bitch, bro. Sly's such a bitter bitch.
You were upset, and then you just your response, and I told Anna, and we just I guess he's just being crabby or something. I don't know what's wrong with him. And then she gave it to her.
Not that could brighten my mood, Not that could be like,
you asked honestly.
I'm having such a shitty time right now, and we got free tickets for you for this. Oh my god, dude, thank you. This is what I needed. I've been going through this and this and this. This is the thing that'll.
If you would have said, oh man, if I would get free ticket, or if I would get tickets to it, I'd be fucking super happy, because I've been having a shitty ass time. Bam, right?
Hindsight's 2020.
I know.
Hindsight's 2020.
What did he say? You
I don't
guys remember what he said?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It was something like, well, not like
it's one of my many crabby moods that my children have picked up on.
Just something.
I was gonna say, bro, when Sly's crabby, he's crabby.
Yeah.
It was just something that just how he answered it, or what, I don't remember, but I totally forgot about that. Totally fucking forgot about that.
I actually had forgotten about it too, so now I'm mad at you, Martin. You fucker.
Fuck you, Sly.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Wait, let me enjoy this moment.
I'm
pissed Sly off. Yeah.
Make me laugh, clown.
Shake it off. That made me laugh though.
All right, what is my question? What is my recap of the season? I guess I'll just kind of piggyback off of that. Being able to relive some of the story, not relive, but retell some of these stories about us growing up in design, growing up. For me, not so much for you guys, but starting my career. I mean, I grew up from very young. You guys were older than me, so you had a little bit more life experience.
Okay, yeah.
For me, a
Martin
lot of it was
60s, so yeah.
I know. Martin's passing on the wisdom, the wise wisdom. I just want to say, it's been really nice to look back on it very fondly and be able to relive some of these stories. Talking with Dan, that brought up all of my AIGA stuff. And, he has been a part of AIGA for so long. And when I was a part of AIGA, I got to meet with him and like talk with him, but not like how I have talked with him now. So being able to like reconnect with him and get to know him on a I guess a more deeper level,
Personal,
personal level, that's been really nice. And just being able to connect with other designers that, you know, we kind of have like a surface level, you know, friendship, and not so much like a design kind of deep knowledge friendship. And it's been nice to talk with them about that. You know, going back to Ryan, that was a really good episode too. I don't know him personally, but hearing about his story, you know, it reminded me of Dan's story, Roberto's story, my story, Pete's story, Martin's story. You know, there's different elements of it that, you know, kind of connect with all of us. And listening to AIGA's last speaker, I think his name was
Nathan.
Max, huh?
Nathan.
The most recent guy just now?
Yeah, the most recent one for the Aces. Yeah.
Yeah, Nathan.
I don't remember his name.
Nathan.
That was dope. We'll touch on that.
It was really
again,
cool. But hearing him talk about his starting, I was like, oh, I connect with that because I've heard that from Dan. I've heard that from, you know, all of our other speakers, and I've heard it from us. Like, there's different aspects of design, but we all kind of start in the same way, and the different paths that we've taken has been really inspiring for me this past season.
Yeah, you know, for sure. You know, piggybacking off of that, I've never really known Orozco. I've been a fan of his artwork, and you know, kind of shoot the shit with him here and there through DMs on Instagram. But having a conversation with him, like, the dude's dope. Like, it's a dope ass artist, you know. And his work, it just matches his personality. So just being on that, and again, reliving certain things that we forgot about. It's been cool talking design, but also just memories of, you know, the last 12 years that we've been friends, and seeing our careers grow from going to school together, like splitting, and then, you know, working together, and then kind of, in a way, having that as a concrete foundation to springboard us to where we're at now, you know. I think that, again, and he knows this, Martin needs to explode more and shoot up, because you're there, man. Like, I push you for a reason. Like, that's you know, you should be an art director leading a lot more shit than what you do now, because you already are leading. But
and that's what, like, for me, like, that doing this kind of, like, you know, opened my eyes to the possibility of me being ready for that position and that role. Like Sly said, like, going back through, kind of like retouching our history as designers, kind of put me back in that journey of, you know, I realized that, like, I don't give myself enough credit, but also we all work really fucking hard, and I don't need to give myself, like, credit for, you know, going to fucking school and having 2 jobs, and then, you know, having to drop down from making a bunch of money to making no money, and then having to cut off my money lifeline just to focus on my career. But that was a choice I made, right? And that's, to me, that's what's very important. And people, I hope the young viewers, like, realize that your choices matter. So if you're, like, by yourself and you think that, you know, what you do doesn't really matter to anybody, like, it does. What you choose to do in your life at a younger age affects you when you're older. So, and it sucks when you go through shit. Like, if you want to be something bigger than what you are, you're going to go through struggle. It's going to fucking suck. And then you're going to forget about it. Once you get from the mud, you're going to forget about crawling through the mud, because you're going to be in the grass, and we're human and we forget about the bad shit. And once you're in the grass, like, it's really easy to just sit there and fucking chill and enjoy the sun and be stationary, right? But we always have to keep growing up and, like, leveling up. And it's okay to stop every once in a while and enjoy your, you know, everything around you, because all of us, we work. We're designers, we have family, we have friends. And I think the most valuable thing that all of us has in our lives is fucking time. Our time. Your fucking time is very important. You have to dedicate time to your friends, your family, your loved ones, and to yourself. And it's fucking bullshit that we have to dedicate all this fucking time to work in order to like have a life. But that's the life we live in, right? So we do have to take time to level up as much as we have to give time to everybody else. You have to, as an adult, you have. That's what I've been realizing is that I have to manage my time better. You know, I stopped playing video games ever since we were doing this podcast, and what I'm gonna do for the first week as a treat is play a fucking video game for a week because that's what I told you guys. I told
Space Marine.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've been watching videos on it and
looks fucking good, right?
Yeah.
So, like I said, you know, like I told Pete, you know, I'm gonna fucking do this shit, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable for it, and I'm gonna do it, and I got it done, and I got it printed, right? The next step is whatever's next. So now that this podcast is over, we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go ahead and like play for a week, and don't even worry about it. Don't do shit. Just focus on myself. And this podcast like made me realize a lot of stuff, and I really enjoy doing it with my friends. So I'm glad that everybody, whoever is watching us and listening to us, thank you for being there. And, you know, we do this for our community.
Deep Thoughts by Eros Bautista.
Deep thoughts.
No, my bad.
No, cool shit, man. Cool shit.
Good.
I could tell you're stoned, but it's coming from the heart, and that's awesome. You know, so thank you for sharing, brother. Appreciate that. Again, it's fun, super fun, and I'm glad that you have that fire like under your ass to excel because you're there, man. Just do it. But that's just me, dude. I don't know. I know I could be like. I think that's just the military in me. Just drive, keep going, keep fucking going. So, is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys
Question
both
for you
piggyback
two.
off me.
Question for you, both of you. What are the little black dots called on a printing sheet?
Crop marks.
The
Nope.
registration marks.
The little they have a name. The little black dots.
Oh shit! This is what you guys were talking about with
Fiducio?
Danny.
Fiducio.
Yeah.
Fiduciary.
Fiducio.
Yeah. All right. So
Fiducio.
me and Sly
Fiduciary
take,
is,
me and Sly take a shot.
Do it, motherfuckers.
Well, actually, Sly takes a shot. That's right.
Whoa, what the
Because
fuck?
you know what it was.
Yeah. I
Well,
knew
it was his question, bro.
Fiducio.
Just take a clip. Just take
I
a
said
gulp,
fiduciary.
real
All right.
quick. Just take a gulp. You'll be all right.
No, I'm gonna pour it in the cup.
And this is how
Sly,
Sly
we
had.
like. Go ahead.
I was like, this is how Sly had baby number 3.
Mm.
It could happen, man. It could still happen.
It could still happen. The test came
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and still got chambers.
You still got ammo in the chamber.
Yeah.
Nice, my man. All right, Martin, you're up.
No, man. Trying to empty that shit.
Which one of our guests was threatened?
Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Okay, what was the
Can
question?
you
What's the full
finish the question?
that was it. Threatened for his career.
What was he
That was
threatened?
Danny.
Who was he threatened
Yeah.
by?
A client wanting his
Party flyers.
nightclub flyers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nightclub flyers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We
that's
can't
crazy,
remember that,
man.
Shit.
That's
It's
fucking crazy. That's fucking graphic design
That's
gangster.
fucking like, bro. That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy. That's the range of graphic designers where you can work in a fucking high end, like maybe in New York, fucking 100 feet up in the sky, fucking fancy as fuck, Art Deco, or you can work in the ghetto in LA and shit, and somebody's trying to like shoot you and shit for their fucking party flyers.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Nuts. All right, Sly.
Oh shit. That second shot hit me. No. I would say
You can share a thought, a memory, something
I'm
you
sorry.
enjoyed.
somebody
a
just texted me.
question.
I didn't realize I had it on my computer.
Um,
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. I'm coming to a blank right now.
I'll ask
Yeah, I
one.
know, right?
Martin, there you go. Martin, go
All
ahead.
right,
Martin.
so we could all answer this one. It's
Get
more
closer
of
to your mic a little bit.
We could all answer this one. It's more of a, like a personal question.
Okay.
What's the number one lesson from all our episodes that you learned this season? Like the number one thing you learned this season, your takeaway.
Personally, what we've learned.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with mine.
Okay.
Or if you guys
hold
want
on. Yeah, let us go first, and you go last, since you asked the question.
Pete, do you want to go first?
I guess my interpretation would be that it seems like at some point in your career, you take a risk or you take a gamble on yourself. Like you bet on yourself. Dan, went and built his own company, said that he had, a contract, which he didn't. And then things just kind of snowballed and, did amazing things for himself. Orozco, he read his first comic book and, mind blown, illustrated, hated the corporate world and did his own thing, bet on himself. Bam, he's doing outstanding. Danny, same thing. He bet on himself, print production, move on up. Bam, then he ends up in Vegas and doing all this other crazy shit. So it's just at one point you have to like roll the dice, which is kind of a theme for us, Las Vegas. But it's at some point you have to roll the dice on yourself. Like, hey, I'm betting on black,
bro.
and I'm gonna fucking
tagline.
win.
That's a great fucking tagline.
What, you're betting on black?
Whatever the fuck you said, I'm gonna fucking save that and write it and keep it.
What was it?
Rewind the video.
I don't know, bro.
Sorry, I blacked out.
Bro,
something about betting on yourself. Make a line and
tagline.
snort it or some shit like that. Put it in your butt. I don't know.
I want to say, my biggest takeaway is it doesn't matter how much talent that you have, regardless of me, Pete, or Martin. The guests that we talk to, all of us have said, if you put the work in, sorry, I'm a little congested as well. If you put the work in, eventually down the line, it'll pay off. If you have the talent and you just say, oh, I have the talent and I'm going to do this, like, yeah, it's going to be good for a little bit, but you're going to slow down and you're going to not make it as far. Versus somebody who's putting the work in and doing stuff on the side and doing personal creative projects just for themselves, just to see, oh, what can I do with this program? What can I do with this? Or how can I help out this client, whether it be for money or for trade? They've shown us time and time again that because you put that work in, you'll reap the rewards from it. The work that you've put in comes back and helps you greatly. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but
yeah,
you do good and good comes back to you, basically. And with design, when you're doing good design and you're practicing design and it comes back, I've lost my train of thought, but
okay, gotcha.
It comes back.
Put out the good, it'll come back to you.
It comes back.
So like karma,
I guess, yeah, like karma, but also like.
Did we get drunk already?
He's like,
you drunk?
Are you
drunk, Si?
I don't drink like this anymore. All right.
He's like, sorry. He's like, sorry, I blacked out. What happened?
Let me try to finish this.
Where am I?
This thought.
What the fuck? Did I time travel?
When you put the work in, the opportunities come back to you. Roberto, he put the time in with his illustration. He got all of his freelance, and from his episode, he has so much work now that he doesn't know, like what to do with it. And there's downtimes and there's uptimes. With Dan, he put the work in. He started his own business. He made the connections with everybody, and it paid off in the long term because now he has all these connections to all these great designers, and he can pick their brains about it, or he can get the amazing artwork that he has behind him from the people that he's known. For Danny, he's gotten all the experience in the printing, and now he's, he has his own side thing that he can just kind of do his own thing. And if he really wanted to, I'm sure he could do his own design shop or his own printing shop because he has all of that knowledge, because he's put all that work in. And I'm sure with Ryan, if he continues with the magazine and he works his way up, I'm sure he could become a creative director of any of the magazines that he potentially wants to go to. And vice versa, you know, I'll tie it back to Martin. You've been putting the work in, man, and we see it. You can step your game up, and you know, you're always talking about it as well. What you put out there into the universe comes back to you, and we see you're putting it out there, and it's going to be coming back, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So yeah, just needed to take a breath.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'm back.
Oh, show.
The alcohol just takes me on a ride, man.
All right, Martin, yours?
For me, it's not as deep as you guys, but the lesson
in more ways than
from,
one. But
fuck you guys. the one lesson that like blew me away was Dan and Pete just saying, you know, how they just have these fucking crazy goals that are, if you think about it, like, I don't mean it this way, but I'm gonna say it. They're fucking stupid. Like, really, bitch? You gonna go fucking Disneyland? Get the fuck out of here. You can probably, the odds of you fucking getting a job there are gonna be very, very fucking slim, right? But that's the hater talking, because we all have that motherfucker in us. That motherfucking hater that when you say something like that inside you, that's like, bitch, Sly, really? You're a fucking dumbass, bro. You ain't gonna fucking get over there. And we need to tell that motherfucker to shut up, because, yeah, these guys, especially with Dan, he aimed hella fucking high, and even though he didn't directly like do what he wanted, he somehow touched something that had to do with that. So that's my biggest takeaway. Guys, fucking aim for the stars, man. Just shoot your shot and fuck it.
Speaking of that, when we shot that episode, I think it was a week later that we had the for Vegas Prime Magazine had to do a cover for the covering the aces for the players of the aces that were going to the Olympics.
That was dope.
So,
I saw that shit, bro.
You know, being able to talk about that, you know, that was one of my goals, is like do something great for like the Olympics, right? Even though it's not the Olympics themselves directly, I got one step closer to that goal, because for the aces players, the WNBAs here in Las Vegas, they went to the Olympics, and I was able to create something for that. I'm actually going to blow that cover up a little bit and hang it up on my wall. That's one of
awesome.
One of my sports stuff that I get to do.
And I saw that, bro. That's fucking sick.
Have it right here. Those of you that just saw my shorts, but here's the cover, right, that I created with the Aces Sports, and then we have the Paris logo right there. And it's just super cool, you know. Literally a week later, what's up? What are you looking at?
For a second, I was like, "Did you sneak Mike Toretto's logo on there?"
No. And then like doing the spread of them, you know, like the 4 players, and just writing about them, and it was just dope. Literally a week later after we talked about, and again, it might not be the Olympics directly, but it was touching, so it's one step closer.
And that shit, bro,
you know,
like when you post your stuff on there, like I see stuff like that, like, you know, fucking fires me up. I'm like, fuck, look at this shit this motherfucker's doing this shit. And I'm like, fuck that, I need to catch up. Fuck that motherfucker. So,
and you know,
thanks,
the other
keep
thing
doing
too,
it, man. Keep posting your shit.
Thank you. And then the other thing too was like, you know, doing something with sports, like I said, the World Series or the Super Bowl. You know, today I'm working on the Raiders cover, and this is 4 straight sports covers that I've been doing. So it's like, you know, putting it out there, and it's coming back, it's coming into fruition. And, you know, another step, I might have an interview somewhere very, very soon, according to all my sources that I've been talking to. But it might go up another step, and that'd be amazing. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Again, just speak it out to the universe and to God or whatever it is that you believe in,
bro.
And just keep aiming after it. And I love that it is a hate, because it's also like part of it that I see is like not hate because we're friends, but like a joyful jealousy.
Yeah,
you know, because
competition.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
That's
fuck
like
that
competitive
guy.
nature. Yeah, that's like competitive nature. Like, really, you're gonna aim for that? And then when it happens, or you think about it, like, well, fuck, what am I aiming for? You know?
Yeah.
So like
That's
that
what happened with
fire
me.
kicks
I was
in.
like, fuck, these motherfuckers are like aiming out high. I'm like, I haven't even aimed. I haven't aimed anywhere. My shit's like fucking.
He's like, man, my gun isn't even loaded. The
It's
fuck?
not even fucking loaded, bro. God damn.
You guys have guns? What the fuck?
What the fuck? What? We're supposed to put bullets in these things? What?
No, but seriously, if you guys go back, if you haven't listened to it, that episode with
Dan.
with Dan McElhatton, they touch on it a lot about, you know, Dan really wanted to do specific things with
Lucasfilms,
and he didn't have a way to do that. And through the connections he's made in his lifetime, he's been able to work on some of the stuff that he's really wanted to work on. But it has taken time. And that's, you know, with everything, it goes back to what I was talking about. He put the work in, he made those connections with somebody, and it just took a little bit of time, and that good opportunity came back to him.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
stay strong in that.
Like, the other thing too is like, and I still need to work on this actually, is you guys have people you look up to, other designers that you, right? Like, that you guys love, that you follow, that you look at their art, that inspires you and shit. I mean, P, you're one of them for me, but
Thank you.
fucking big ass fucking head. Because I like seeing your artwork and I've seen your growth. Something about like Orozco is that I've seen his like journey. Like, I've met him a long ass time ago when I started buying his like posters for my son when my son was young. Like, I told my son, I'm like, hey, do you want some like Dragon Ball posters? Because I know you love Dragon Ball. He's like, fuck yeah. And I showed them to him. He's like, yeah, I want this, I want that. So I bought some posters, and looking at his artwork from back then to now, like, holy shit, man, it's so fucking dope. Like I said, like, I saw his the artwork he did for the Voodoo dogs, and he showed all his drawings, and I'm like, these are all fucking good. These are all fucking amazing fucking drawings. And just seeing that personal growth is pretty fucking dope. But yeah, I need to get a list of like designers that that inspire me and that I want to, like, you know, learn how to do their techniques. And I'm serious about, like, I want to get into the movie poster shit. And this is just me talking right now because I haven't even really, like, you know, really done the research to find the designers that are the movie poster designers and shit. But
Bond Agency. Hold on, let me share something with you. Go ahead, keep talking about it. Didn't mean
so I was listening to like KNPR in the morning, and they're talking about how they are trying to bring, you know, movie studios out here. So I'm like, dude, if you guys in our Vegas community are listening to this stuff, like, you know, if
It's coming.
it's coming, the movie stuff. So we need to be
Get
ready
ready.
to be designing fucking posters and shit, because we don't want to have the movie studios here and then the fucking agencies in California designing that shit. Like, no, we need to like get that for us and us design it as Vegas, not Hollywood or anything like that. We're Las Vegas. You know, we are, if we do get the movie stuff, like, that's gonna be fucking dope.
So
Yeah.
what I'm sharing right now, it's called it's Bond Agency. We are bond.com, and we'll have this in the comments. But they create a lot of that stuff. See, like,
BOND.
key art that they do. To me, it's amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted to move to LA and try my hardest to work for this agency.
Nice.
You know, they did Deadpool. Like, let's check this shit out. Like, doing that.
The Deadpool posters. Oh, look at that, dude.
Right?
That's fucking sick,
Like,
man. That's
doing
cool.
that kind of shit is fucking dope. Let's see, what's the other one they do?
You know, one quote that I
You know,
heard,
Captain
I don't know
America,
where.
right? Like the Captain America one. Like, how sick is it to and I mean, the guys know this. This is part of the stuff that we want to bring to our audience as we grow. You know, as we and develop connections with people. Like, how cool would it be to break this PSD file down, right? Like, what are the elements that get handed to you as a production artist or as an art director, you know, as a creative director? Like, what's the briefing that gets hit to you? Hey, what are we doing? You know, give me the steps, give me the breakdown, the process of what I can expect as a junior designer going into this kind of company. You know, like, what are you looking? Because that you'll have to be a strong junior designer to handle this kind of stuff. You know, as the creative director or art director, you know, when you get the briefing, what is it that you get? Like, what's the conversation? Is there a direct image that the studio wants? Is it your guys' voice? Like, just that process to me, I'm interested in, because we've all gone through it, right? Especially on something of that caliber. Like the other one, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie If. I thought it was super cute movie. Oh shit, it gets cut off. But like being able to do these kind of elements, even though they're clean and or single character, still be able to do it. Like, hey, I did that poster and be seen by fucking millions of people. Mad Max, Call of Duty Mobile, I play that game. Borderlands, I mean, they do. Tenant, they do so much amazing stuff. And to me, it's not just the work that gets done, but it's also like you're able to handle these kind of elements or this kind of artwork. Like, that's dope. Being able to get handed over these kinds of graphics, and how does that concept get together,
which is not only just regional, it's national and international.
Exactly. Yeah. So being able to do this, like, who did this? Is it hand drawn? Like, I just want to see the working files on all this stuff. That's to me what gives me that creative, like, boner and curiosity. And
creative juice.
When it's executed correctly, everyone just appreciates, like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But it's just such a more deeper meaning. And then being able to do this, like, how many team members did it take to create this? Hours, process, all that shit. That's sorry, I was currently showing the Godzilla. Yeah, your budget. How many hours we spent on this stuff?
How do you manage your team? Do you like give them specific instructions, or just like, hey, here's the idea?
Exactly. Like, here's this NBA 2K with Kobe, RIP.
I wonder if they get to see the movie or the video game before to come up with the concept.
Yeah, exactly.
To get inspired, bro.
This agency just does such an amazing stuff. I mean, the Snow White that's about to come out. Like, that's pretty awesome. The key artwork, the effects and layers and all that stuff that's been put on there. Like, that's awesome. That's what, to me, I'm like, the creative side of me, like, yes, like, I want to see that full on breakdown of how all these, are we talking 400, 500, 900 layers? Like, because that's max, right?
5 layers.
There's a lot of these on here. Like, here's the Batman. It's not just
they done a lot of shit, man.
No, it's a big agency. They do a lot of stuff. One of I think it's the creative director for UFC has a few friends from here, and that's how he was able to learn certain styles to put onto UFC key art posters.
Oh, cool.
But being able to do this kind of stuff, like, that's a next level. This is a level that I try to achieve for covers as we're going. Like, this is what I want to do. And I'm lucky enough that my direct report allows me to be that creative. So
I feel like
when you talk about movie posters, Martin, this is what I think of. Like, this is
exactly. And like, I'm in the process of doing that. Like, I already started I use Pinterest and just started saving like movie posters and stuff. But like, one of the quotes, I don't know who said this, but I don't know if it came from Pete or somewhere online, I don't know, but it's like, guys, why can't it be you? Why can't it be me? We look at all this shit and we see some stuff. Well, I heard it somewhere, but it's true. It's like, think about it. Like, you see all these like dope ass, like, for me, right, do movie posters, and I look at them and they're so complex, and I'm like, fuck, I'm not at that fucking level. Like, I just look at it and I'm like, nope, whatever. But why not? Why can't I be that guy that designer who does a dope ass poster at that level? I can. And it just means I have to fucking put that fire under my ass and burn more and let him burn more and fucking learn how to get there. So
that's what you think, that you're not at that level when you see something that creative?
No, yeah, dude. Like, looking at the stuff for Rare Design that interviewed, and the guy's name is Ethan.
Ethan.
Just looking at,
my bad for getting
Ethan.
it wrong.
Yeah, no, I got it wrong too. Just looking at their website and looking at the creative, like, there's one image on there with the ball.
What was their website?
Rare
Design.
Okay, like, looking at all the work that went into the logo and like all these textures and all that stuff. Like, I'm not far from it.
Can you give a little backstory as far as like for Rare Design? I'm sharing their website right now.
Oh, Rare Design's an agency out in the South. And
the big South,
I think it's Mississippi or Missouri. Check their about page. Yeah. So GA did a Zoom with Ethan, the creative director, and he was talking about the process that they use. It was very, very informative. I'm gonna go back and watch it again because there's a lot of like deep stuff in that presentation that he showed us.
Do you
But
remember
they basically,
that rapper? Not to cut you off, but do you remember that rapper
yeah,
who was like, M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. He talked about Mississippi. He was from Mississippi. He had like Mississippi tattooed on his back. But he's like, M-I, crooked letter, I. And he's like, humpback, I. I'm like, oh, he's spelling Mississippi. Sorry. All right.
But yeah, no. Look at their look at the Aces logo. If you can find, like, it's fucking sick. Like, I could do that. Like, definitely. I just
so they
the way
Rare Agency created like the Aces logo, which is funny because you would think that a local city would name their local team, or a local agency would do the local team, but that's not the case for a lot of places, a lot of companies, a lot of sports teams.
Yeah, but I'm not salty about it because it's true. Like, this company, their specialty is logos for sports. That's what they do, sports. So it makes sense for a team to go to an agency like that. As much as like I hate it, but we don't really have an agency out here that specializes in sports logos, unfortunately. So why
until now, elperalta.com.
There you go, Pete. Get it, bro.
No.
And like,
they do amazing work. Amazing.
They do really good work.
Like, to me, it doesn't bother me if a team goes to another like state to that kind of stuff, right? What bothers me is like UNLV when they rebranded their logo. They didn't like give it to our state. They went over to Arizona and got it done over there. Like, it's so like frustrating because I'm sure that you guys could have at least tried to give it to the students first and see what they came up with, and then put it out in the community and see if any local artist would have wanted to like jump on it and like just do it, for a lower price or just for pride. No, they just went and took it out of state, and that's what.
Yeah, but that gets into another conversation between like reaching out to people to do design work for free, or paying somebody what they're owed, or what they're worth to design something. A lot of controversy is behind major corporations doing like, oh, everybody design a poster for this, and the best one gets to be promoting the product or the thing. And
I think the right thing for them to do
all that sort of stuff versus like reaching out to an agency and having them design it.
I think they should have just given it to the students, and whoever like got the logo, they should have either paid their school or half or whatever. But whatever, it was done.
So I sent a link in the chat. I just wanted to touch on this real quick. Okay. Martin was like, "Why not me? Why not you? We could do this." I remember when one of my old roommates was working at UFC, and he was like, man, I really don't like this guy on Instagram because he does all these great posters, and people see them for UFC. It's probably a lot further down, but I remember he wasn't working for UFC, but people were really liking his stuff, and he was just doing it for himself. And I'm sure most of these posters on here, he's probably just doing it for himself. I mean, don't misquote me. I haven't talked to the guy at all, but this is stuff that you could be doing for yourself. And
I'm looking for UFC posters.
Yeah.
Also, this is Deadpool. Ooh, that's cool. This is from...
What is that? I think that's
The Boys.
The Boys.
What's his name? What's the big guy? The Captain America guy?
The Captain American guy. Oh, fuck. What is his name?
Homelander, yeah.
Homelander.
Okay.
Maybe
so
this is his actual...
create stuff for himself?
As far as I know. Yeah, One Punch Man. But if you type in Boss Logic UFC posters.
Oh, yeah, Boss Logic. That's who it is.
Yeah, that's who this guy is. So he was doing a lot of like really popular UFC posters, and my old roommate who used to work at the UFC was like, man, this guy gets to do all this stuff, but if you talk to one of our creative directors at the time, they were saying we had to do things very specifically and we couldn't do this sort of stuff, but everybody really likes this sort of stuff. So I was just saying, it goes back to Martin's thing of like, why can't it be me? Why can't it be you? If you just do it for yourself, eventually people are going to, see your style and like it and want to hire that specific thing.
Yeah, you're right. And like, that's where like, we hold ourselves accountable for, and I need to hold myself accountable for that. And like, it's just time right now, bro. Like, I have to schedule it into my plan. Like, my goal was to create these stickers, get them printed. Small goal. Next goal is to do my business cards with Pete's new logo. And then
it's your new logo, not my logo. It's your new logo.
Your new logo.
Yeah, my logo. So that's my next step, and then I'm gonna queue creating a poster into after that. And I have a lot of other stuff I got to do.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I got to hold myself accountable.
You got a Trello board for it?
For me,
yeah.
I guess, different mentalities. But when I see a poster, I look at it and I immediately know I can recreate that with the right assets. Obviously, like if you give me those assets, I can duplicate it. The only thing sometimes is I can replicate that. I just don't know how to do that certain effect. There's a certain effect that certain of these posters will have, and I'm like, okay, I know how to do everything on here except that background.
But get it to look cohesive.
How the fuck did you do that? Yeah, I'm like, how did you do that?
Something about it like ties it all together, right?
Yeah. No. Like, no. I mean, if you give me those assets, I can replicate that one, no problem. But there's sometimes like how they treat the skin tones. Yeah, how they treat the skin tones. Or a lighting, or a
specific technique they're using.
Yeah, exactly. That it's like, okay, fuck, I don't know exactly how you did that, but I need to find something. It's gonna take me a minute to figure that one out. That's what I see. That's to me. Like every time I see something, like when I see Avengers 1, I'm like, damn, that would take me like a fucking full week to create that again. But I don't know how to do like this lighting effect that they did. So there'd be a lot of like trial and error. But yeah, I never look at it and be like, I can never get to that. I go, I can fucking do that one, except for this part. I don't know how the fuck they did this part. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it goes back to like the 10,000 hours. That teacher we had, and he used to talk about that all the time. The life drawing teacher, Mr.
Kevin Anderson.
10,000 hours, 10,000 hours. And it's like, yeah, we just need to go back, and I got to go back and do tutorials again. And something that I see that comes out like a fresh new movie, like how the fuck do they do that? Let me copy it. Let me mimic it so I could just learn the process. And that's where I need to go back to. I think, yeah. So, yeah. All right, cool. Okay. Let's do another question.
These are questions that we asked ourselves. These are not viewer questions.
Yeah.
Just so
this one, I'll tie it into that other question I asked you guys. What lesson from our podcast that you learned are you going to apply to your life now?
What lesson that was shared on our podcast that we will take and run with in our lives?
Yeah, did you learn something from here that you're like, oh shit, that's fucking dope, I'm gonna fucking do that? Like,
no, man, honestly, what I learned was just keep fucking doing what I'm doing. Like, keep going forward, keep pushing, because Dan is doing great for himself, and he just kept going. Orozco, same thing. Danny, same thing. Just fucking keep going. I'm this late, not late, but I'm this deep into my career. And like, it obviously has been working for me. So keep fucking going. Keep fucking going. That'd be my answer.
For me, I would say it's a little bit different. I would say doing this podcast, this has been something that got me out of my comfort zone. I wasn't, ever very good at speaking words publicly. If that sentence didn't make sense. I've never been really good at talking. At the talking. I remember when I was AIGA president and I did my first like speaking in front of everybody. I got a lot of crap from people because I stood up there and went like this, and I talked and had my hands like this the entire time. And I remember somebody, specifically Pete, making fun of me about it. But it pointing that out made me think about it, and like, oh yeah, I use it as like a coping. Like when I'm talking, I'm gonna put my fingers like this. But going back to your question, I'm sorry. Can you say your question again? I'm just trying to get my thought. I had a thought and then I trailed off. Can you say your question again?
What lesson that you learned from this podcast are you gonna apply to your life?
The lesson of talking to people and getting to know people, learning their design process. Yeah, that's basically it. The lesson that I've learned is like I need to get out there and do this because I had thought about doing streaming, like whether it be video gaming or doing design stuff. I bought webcams for it and I just never did it. So
Yeah.
doing this with you guys is got me out of my comfort zone, and it's a lesson that it's a lesson in teaching me to like I need to like keep doing it. Kind of like what Pete's saying. I just need to keep pushing forward.
Yeah, man. No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, for me,
I wasn't done.
I don't know. Do you know how like?
Oh, my bad.
No, Martin cut me off.
Oh,
I thought you were done, bro. What were you saying?
No. Go ahead. It's cool.
Oh, I thought you already went, bro.
This whole season is about cutting people off.
Hey, I've gotten really good at it, though.
You have. That's your lesson of this season.
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. No, my thing is like, when like, you always give people advice and shit, but you don't like follow it or you just don't see it. Because I'm always telling people like,
yes,
don't get boxed in.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, kind of. Like I always tell my junior, like, don't get
typical
boxed
parent.
In, don't get boxed in. Like, think outside your box, and like that's the lesson I learned from this is like follow your advice, think outside my box. Like I tell people all the time, if you can't see yourself being something greater than where you're at, you're never gonna get there because you're just thinking about yourself here in this moment, and you're not putting yourself somewhere else. Not saying that you should be living in the future or you should always live in the present. That's what's more important. But you should always take some time to think like, this is where I want to get to. So for me, just personally, like I've been just in my box forever, and doing this podcast is kind of like, oh shit, bro, like get on box, do stuff. It's your responsibility. Keep doing shit. Just how Pete said.
Keep doing shit. Yeah. Yeah, man.
No, I heard you, but I was scratching my ear and my ear pods went off and I started playing a song. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I heard you talking and then I had to go and like pause it. I'm like, oh, I don't know what the fuck you just said. Sorry, bro.
Oh, for me?
No,
you're talking about me?
Martin. No, Martin. Not when he was talking. No, Little Rob started playing on my phone.
Little Rob,
it's
bro,
those summer nights.
No, it was
bro, Little Rob. I gotta listen to that guy, bro.
Like it was.
Man, that's old Pete right there.
It's called the song is called Soy Chingon, and it's by Little Rob. And it just started playing as Martin was talking, so that was just hilarious. But it's
I don't know how it got on my playlist, man. It just
started playing. So, yeah. Anyways, no. I listen to Little Rob.
I'm just kidding.
I haven't listened to Little Rob in forever. Now I want to listen to it.
It just popped up, and it was just crazy. But cool. All right, who's next?
I guess that's
for my question. That's it.
Yeah, for your question. But if we had
more questions,
more questions,
more questions.
Oh,
you said you had 10, fucker.
Yeah, how many are we at? We're like 3.
Who was my first?
Dan McElhatton.
Ah, damn. Sty, who was my first? I know it's like wanting to be you, but
Dan was your first. All right.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, cool. Dan was my first graphic designer in the industry. Who creates work for DEF CON?
Roberto Orozco.
Pete.
I mean, he already said it.
Oh,
see,
I don't know if
these
you're
questions are like,
all right, who
true or
created
false?
Who created the Mesquite Golf Course logos? They're too easy.
Dan McElhatton.
Pete.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I got first.
Who's been fired from their design positions?
Ding, ding, ding.
Me.
All of us.
Okay.
No, Martin's never been fired. He's been fake fired. He hasn't been fired. He's been fake fired like
did we
times.
tell that on the trap one?
No. I fake fired him like 2 or 3 times just to fuck with him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, remember? I even got. There was one time where I got like I have one of your checks. I got your check printed out, but it's only because you were on vacation or something. So that's all it was. Or something happened with your account.
Oh, you fucking asshole! I remember that shit. I actually believe that one. Because he put it on my fucking desk, and I come in, and he said something like, "This is your last day, bro. There's your check. Get out." Some shit like that. I don't remember.
No. I kicked Sly out, and then you had
I remember that.
I had your check in my hand, and then I gave you your check, and I had a box, and then I told you I didn't tell you anything, and then you opened it right. I was like, I have to tell you something, bro. And you opened up the check, and you looked at it like, "What the fuck? This is not my full check." I was like, "Yeah, I need you to take out the trash."
Motherfuckers. All right. Who works at KMPR?
Ding,
Pete.
ding, ding, ding.
Ryan.
Pete. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. So all my questions, guys.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
For the viewers watching this, what questions do you have for us on this past season? Was there things that we covered? Was there things that we didn't cover?
What do you want to see?
What did you like? What did you dislike? What do you want to see in season 2? For me, I want to maybe ask a bit more about financials within the freelancing. You know, we touched a little bit with Roberto when we talked with him, but we didn't dive too much into it. You know, we talked about. Sorry, I have a lot of spit in my mouth. We talked about, you know, forms and contracts, but, you know, maybe we dive more into finances in the next season. If that's something you want to see or hear about, let us know. Pete, what would you like to see in the next season?
You know, this is the edible kicking right now, but I've had like
you want to see more edibles?
I have like 4 haircuts throughout this entire season. Like 4 hairstyles. I just realized I'm like, you know, I cut my hair a lot. Damn. Anyways, you know, I would love to hear from our listeners. You know, what can make the show better? What do you want to learn about? I hope to, you know, talk to the group here, but I hope to be able to make like a part 2 and extend a little bit more. Maybe it's a Patreon, maybe it's, you know, an episode of a season, but show some of like the actual workplaces, what it is to work inside of an agency, you know, kind of like that first person view of walking into agencies or a workshop or wherever it might be, and what does that environment look like. You know, it's very important to know your worth. It's very important to know your skill set, to study, to grow, but it's also very important to be in a creative environment. If you're not in a creative environment, it kind of sucks. It sucks. It fucking sucks. If you're in a cubicle and there's no posters, no artwork, no music, no nothing, and it's just very corporate and creative don't go in the same sentence, you know? So not if you are in a cubicle and you're in a corporate environment, yeah, you should print out some posters and put them on your wall, and put a little bit of just your person, your creativity on there, you know, have little figures, little things on your desktop. Like, that's normal. You're the creative one. Like, that's okay, you know. and be able to show that, be able to show what a walkthrough through a gaming company, or the review journal over here with Sly. My place where I work at is not very exciting, so I can't. I really don't want to show that one. But my home office, I love my home office. I definitely can show like the creative stuff that I have on my walls, and
we could show Martin's office.
Yeah, show Martin's office. I'm gonna fix all that, all the hentai that he has everywhere.
Yeah. You mean what's behind him?
Yeah, and maybe be able to do that on a random night or day or whatever, and show those environments. That's definitely something that I would like to incorporate into the channel, but we'll see when that's possible. When money starts coming in, we'll do it then.
Yeah.
Or not. Maybe we'll start it, if we have the time.
Yeah, no,
Martin,
for sure.
What would you like to see on the next season?
I love that we have like different episodes, right? We did our personal journeys, and that's over. And then I love that we have our guests, and that's pretty cool. And then what Pete said, like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, let's do that. Let's do tours. Let's go look at all these creative agencies like R&R, dude. Have you guys been there, right? You guys have gone to R&R?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking dope. Like, fucking delicious. I want to just put a spotlight on Vegas, bro. Like, I recently stayed at Fontainebleau, and super like fucking Art Deco, like, showcase. Like, hey, let's go to Cosmo. Like, here's the art. This is what they do. Fontainebleau was crazy because like everything was fucking beautiful, super dope. Like, they have their bow tie logos, and they create a pattern with it. It's fucking awesome. They put fresh flowers every day in the lobby and shit. But then they had these fucking ugly ass like black and white images that don't even go with Art Deco, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, why?
Budget.
You guys,
they spent so much on the Art Deco, and then their budget was down, and they're like, I just slap some black and white images.
I don't think so, man. Like, I just want to know, like, why do you guys have this type of art here? Like, you have this really high end look, and then you go with black and white, like European castle bullshit that just doesn't feel like it should be here. I just want to know the answer, and if they tell me something that I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking dope. Okay, cool, yeah, I'll shut the fuck up. But I showcase
they're like, cause fuck you, that's why.
Well, yeah, if they say that, then like, well, fuck you, you're fucking stupid. That's just whack. But that kind of stuff, like the hidden like little design shit that designers do, like the little bow tie pattern that they have, dude, that's pretty dope. Let's go to Cosmo and check out like all their artwork. Let's go here and there, or even downtown, or something that inspires, and we can showcase the stuff that our community is doing.
Watch this is gonna get back to the interior designer for Fontainebleau, and it's gonna track your ass down. But like, what are you talking shit?
I thought that was my next question. Bro, it just doesn't make sense. Explain it.
So, to our viewers, would you like to see, other than graphic designers, would you like to see interior designers? Is that something that interests you?
Yeah.
I know a couple muralists here in town. Would you like to hear from them? Let us know in the comments if there's something that we're not touching on, if there's things that we've talked about in past episodes that you had questions on, leave it down below.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's one thing that we're definitely open to, of just not just talking to graphic designers, but talking to motion and videographers, photographers, muralists, anything that has to do with design. We could definitely have a conversation and dive into that world too, because as a designer, as a graphic designer, and as you move up in your career, you're going to be reaching out to certain people on certain things, or work with them in different departments and work together. If you work in an agency, you're going to be working with a web designer. You're going to be working with a motion designer. You're going to be working with UI, UX, all that stuff. So we'll definitely
content creators.
Yeah, content creators. We'll definitely have all that stuff on there, and because it still relates back to graphic design. A social media content creator needs to have a conversation with a graphic designer of like, hey, I need branding elements, I need this, I need that. So it's like, get that information too, and if it sparks something of like, oh, I never thought about maybe switching to content creators from graphic design, bam, there you go, or motion graphics or web design or whatever it might be. So we're definitely have multiple talents on here. Room 250 is where you learn graphic design, but it was also when AI was there, a lot of other classes were happening there. So it kind of encompasses everything else that we want to cover for our channel. So excited to reach out to some people that we already know that we're friends with and have them on here and shoot the shit, drop some more knowledge.
Yeah, and with that, I want to leave us with a lasting image. This is a image from me, Martin, and Pete, and one of our other coworkers when we were all at Tropicana.
Drinking beer. You guys remember that shit?
Oh, you figured out how to share. Nice.
Just on this one. Yeah.
So
future I'll share more.
This is the what was it? The
Addies?
Yeah, the
Addies, right?
Yeah, this is the Addies presentation award show.
Didn't we get an award?
We won.
I think we got bronze or second place.
Bronze for Foodies Your Celebrity campaign.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right.
We got that one.
We would have gotten gold if they would have gone with mine.
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyways, this is us over there. This is shitty part. You had to buy a table, but super cool.
But they bought us the table. Tropicana bought us the table because they were proud of us for winning an award.
Yeah,
and
Trop had never won an award on this for the Addies, and that was something we pushed for, and we submitted it, and bam, we got it.
Not sure if you can see it, but I had a redneck beard going on back then.
Why are you trying to make it sound cool, bro? You had a hobo beard.
Yeah.
I had a hobo beard, redneck beard, hobo. Same thing.
No,
hobo.
Duck
and a bow tie, Duck Dynasty, yes.
I think Martin just talking shit because he can't grow one of those beards. That's why. I can't grow a beard.
That's when Martin was like 40 in this photo.
Young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Such good times.
But I just wanted to share that. It's like one of our last images. We were talking about Tropicana, and I was getting really nostalgic with it.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Good shit, guys. I really appreciate us doing this.
But, yeah. I don't know. Should we end it with some advice? Usually we've ended all of the last episodes with advice. But I think this whole episode we've kind of touched on advice here and there. So, this was a great season. I really enjoyed doing this with you guys, and we have some vacation coming up. But when season 2 comes back, hopefully all of our video looks much better. Me and Pete have already figured out. Martin is working on it, and thank you guys so much, and look forward to seeing you guys in season 2.
Yeah. Also too, like we're scheduling again. We have full-time jobs, and we're doing this for fun. So we'll figure out our actual uploads. There's just been times where, exporting files. I had no idea that you could export a file and it's like 78 gigabytes on just video. So we're figuring everything out and scheduling everything, and season 2 will be better, and we only get better as we go. We're not professional podcasters. We're directors and designers, and this is not what we do, but we're having a blast doing it. So we're working out all the kinks, but definitely excited for season 2. We're going to regroup and come back and crush it even more. So thank you everyone who's listening. Appreciate each and every single one of you. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Room250, on the TikTok at Room250 Podcast, on Spotify at Room250. Stream us here on YouTube.
Smash that like button.
Tell your mom,
subscribe,
tell your
ring the bell.
Yes.
Follow at Vegas
Share
Prime.
Tell everybody.
Follow
El
Peralta
over here
Creative.
talking all kinds of shit.
Comment, just get in touch with us. It's just us, so we don't bite too hard. So that's all I gotta say. Erosoy, take us out.
Take us out.
Bye, motherfuckers. See you next time, bitches. Ooh.